An otherworldly encounter to a surreal voyage towards a black gate adorned with white pillars. Kate's story goes beyond the usual narratives of the afterlife. Stick around as we delve into the intricacies of Kate's unique journey, offering a deep and comforting glimpse into the transition beyond life. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more captivating stories, and let's embark on this exploration of mysteries together. Welcome aboard. Hi there, it's Jaskier, and today we're delving into some fascinating accounts from individuals who ventured to the brink and returned. If you're intrigued by these anecdotes, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that bell for more thought-provoking content. It's completely free and greatly supports the channel. So get cozy, grab your favorite beverage, and let's dive into today's whirlwind. Now, let me share a tale about Kate. She waged war against cancer for a solid decade, and things took a serious turn in December 2022 when she entered hospice care. Between December 16, 2022, and January 25, 2023, Kate encountered three extraordinary experiences before departing from this world. On December 23, 2022, the first peculiar incident occurred. I found myself rushed to the hospital, grappling with an intense allergic reaction. In the midst of this perilous situation, I experienced an extraordinary event. A fleeting moment where I seemed to transcend my physical confines, observing the scene from a vantage point near the ceiling. There, amidst a strange gray mist, lay Kate in her hospice bed, accompanied by a friend seated nearby. Intrigued by the prospect of my own mortality, I dared to inquire about the fate of those dear to me in the event of my demise. Though reassured that they would persevere, an unsettling pause lingered in the air. Upon regaining consciousness and receiving clearance to return home, my attention remained steadfastly focused on the care of Kate. The subsequent occurrence unfolded within the familiar confines of home, while Kate rested peacefully in her bed. As I stood in the shower, an uncanny sensation overcame me, as if Kate's essence had merged with my own, granting me an external perspective of our shared existence. This surreal phenomenon recurred thrice, each instance marked by a peculiar intimacy that transcended conventional boundaries. The third and final episode with Kate transpired as a profound testament to our bond. Amidst the somber throes of her final days, a companion lent their support. Yet on the 25th, a singular compulsion drew me inexorably to Kate's side. In a moment suffused with inexplicable significance, the digits 842 materialized before us, heralding the commencement of an otherworldly journey. As the boundaries of reality dissolved, we found ourselves traversing a nondescript dirt road, its vibrant hues gradually fading into obscurity. Despite its unassuming appearance, the path held an undeniable allure, beckoning us forward with each step. Flanked by verdant foliage and vibrant blooms, our passage assumed an ethereal quality, punctuated only by the looming presence of a formidable black gate. With steadfast resolve, I directed Kate's attention to this enigmatic threshold, offering reassurance amidst her palpable trepidation. Though physically unaided, she navigated the terrain with a grace that belied the gravity of our endeavor. In this liminal space, our connection transcended the confines of the corporeal realm, facilitating a profound exchange of thoughts and emotions. As we advanced towards the gate, Kate's pace faltered momentarily, her breath catching in anticipation of the unknown. Yet, buoyed by the promise of reunion with loved ones beyond, she found the strength to press onward, guided by an unwavering sense of purpose. And though the road ahead remained shrouded in uncertainty, the journey itself held the promise of a transcendent reunion, where pain would yield to peace and separation to eternal communion. In the midst of our journey, a pivotal moment arose as Kate confided her desire to remain by my side. Grasping the depth of her sentiment, I reciprocated with heartfelt expressions of gratitude and affection, underscoring the profound significance of our bond. Yet, as the path ahead unfurled, I gently urged her to press onward, emphasizing my unwavering commitment to accompany her every step of the way. With a solemn nod, she acquiesced, summoning the strength to continue forward despite the weight of uncertainty that hung heavy in the air. A fleeting moment of introspection gave rise to a curious sense of detachment, as if an alternate version of myself stood in silent contemplation alongside Kate, offering words of encouragement and solace, we paused intermittently to allow her to acclimate to the unfolding journey and the enigmatic presence of the gate that loomed before us. Drawing nearer to the threshold, the air crackled with anticipation as spectral figures materialized beyond the imposing barrier. Though their faces remained shrouded in obscurity, their presence evoked a palpable sense of familiarity and reassurance. With each step, Kate's demeanor softened, her resolve bolstered by the collective warmth of those who awaited her on the other side. Amidst the throng of familiar faces, a kaleidoscope of memories and emotions stirred within me, each figure a testament to lives touched and cherished. Though their features remained obscured, their essence radiated with an ineffable sense of familiarity and belonging. As Kate stood on the precipice of her final journey, I stood steadfast by her side, offering silent support as she prepared to take her leave. With a trembling hand, she reached out to grasp the gate, her movements deliberate yet imbued with a profound sense of resignation and acceptance. In the hush of that sacred moment, the gate swung open with a soft sigh, revealing a tableau of boundless love and understanding. Though I remained rooted in the shadow of that threshold, my heart swelled with unbridled joy for Kate as she stepped forth into the embrace of her waiting kin. Amidst the chorus of welcome, I lingered in the periphery, a silent witness to the culmination of Kate's journey. In that moment, all traces of resentment and longing melted away, eclipsed by the radiant glow of her newfound liberation. And as she disappeared into the embrace of her loved ones, I found solace in the knowledge that her spirit would forever endure, a beacon of light amidst the vast expanse of eternity. In a poignant moment of reflection, Kate paused, her chest rising and falling with the rhythm of a deep breath, as she requested yet another minute of respite. Together, we stood amidst a sea of expectant faces, enveloped in a profound sense of serenity. In that tranquil interlude, I could almost tangibly perceive the radiance of Kate's newfound happiness, her once tense shoulders now sagging with the weightless burden of pure peace. As the moments stretched into eternity, I gently broached the subject of readiness, urging Kate to take the next step only when she felt truly prepared. With a gentle half-turn, she met my gaze, her eyes alight with a quiet determination as she voiced a humble request to wave goodbye one final time. Eagerly obliging, I watched as her hand rose in a cheerful salute, her movements imbued with a sense of relaxed assurance. With each successive step, Kate's stride grew bolder, her confidence buoyed by the warmth of the reception that awaited her on the other side. As she crossed the threshold of the gate, her outstretched hand met with an outpouring of joyous welcome, her presence seamlessly melding with the throng of loved ones gathered beyond. As I bore witness to her seamless integration into the luminous tapestry of the afterlife, a subtle shift in the fabric of reality unfolded before me. Like a delicate filament unraveled, the misty veil that enveloped our surroundings gradually dissipated, revealing a world awash in the gentle hues of dawn. Yet, amidst this tranquil tableau, a quiet voice resonated within the recesses of my consciousness, whispering words of affirmation and gratitude. In that fleeting moment of clarity, I understood the magnitude of our shared journey and the profound impact it had wrought upon my soul. Though grief still lingered, it was tempered by the knowledge that Kate had found solace in the embrace of eternity. With the passage of time, I have come to cherish the memory of our shared ordeal, viewing it not as a burden but as a sacred duty bestowed upon me. Inspired by the transformative power of this experience, I am compelled to share our story, offering solace and reassurance to those who may fear the unknown journey that lies ahead. In the wake of Kate's passing, I have been granted glimpses of her continued presence, a testament to the enduring nature of our bond. These encounters serve as a source of comfort and inspiration, reminding me that love transcends the boundaries of life and death. As I bid farewell to you, dear reader, I invite you to reflect upon the profound lessons imparted by our shared journey. May you find solace in the knowledge that though the road may be fraught with uncertainty, love will always light the way. Until we meet again, stay safe and be blessed. Upon completing his studies, he swiftly tied the knot with his high school love and enlisted in the Army. However, his military journey hit a snag when midway through basic training, he received a heart-wrenching breakup letter from his newlywed spouse. The blow shattered his morale, leaving him struggling to stay focused. Coping with this personal turmoil posed a significant challenge, leading to a gradual decline in his training enthusiasm. Eventually, a few weeks later, he found himself discharged from the military for failing to meet their standards, a gentle euphemism for their belief that he wouldn't benefit from continued service, prompting his release. Growing up in his hometown, life seemed to offer little more than mundane routines for him. His dad pulled some strings to hook him up with a gig at a chainsaw plant, but it was nothing to write home about. Still, it kept his folks off his case, which was a relief. Off the clock, he'd often turn to booze to wash away his troubles. Funny how easy it was to score a drink, but that just fueled his downward spiral. The real kicker came when he hit rock bottom. Picture this: one night, he's sitting by the beach, nursing a beer, and suddenly, the thought of just swimming out into oblivion crosses his mind. Crazy, right? But in the moment, it felt like the only answer. He even had this twisted fantasy about his ex regretting everything once she heard he'd taken the plunge. So he actually goes for it, swims out as far as he can. But halfway there, reality hits him like a ton of bricks. He's wasted, exhausted, and the waves are no joke. Panic sets in, and before he knows it, he's gulping seawater like it's the last drink he'll ever have. Next thing he knows, he's sinking, feeling like he's breathing fire. But then, something weird happens. Instead of darkness, he's met with this overwhelming peace, like he's floating above himself, watching it all go down. And then, bam! There's this blinding light, and suddenly, he's face to face with an angel. Yeah, you heard me right. An actual angel. This angelic being tells him to follow, and he's like, sure, why not? Next thing he knows, they're cruising through this light tunnel, and it's like all his troubles just melt away. But then things take a dark turn. They end up in this hellish pit, with screams echoing all around them. Talk about spine-chilling stuff. Surrounded by all this chaos, he starts freaking out, begging the angel to get him out of there. And just like that, they're back in the light. Turns out this angel's got some serious wisdom to drop about the consequences of his actions. It's like a wake-up call from the universe. So they head towards the pearly gates, but it's not as straightforward as you'd think. He tries to breeze through, but there's this invisible barrier holding him back. The angel explains that only the worthy get in, leaving him scratching his head. Guess there's more to the afterlife than meets the eye, huh? Wondering about their presence if he couldn't enter, he questioned the situation. An angel appeared, explaining that visitors were on their way, his grandparents from his mother's side, easily recognizable from childhood memories. Holding hands and radiating joy, they seemed much younger than he remembered from Earth. Accompanied by an uncle and two cousins, they exchanged warm hugs, enveloped in a deep sense of love reminiscent of the light. Amidst casual chatter, they expressed delight at his presence and eagerly anticipated his permanent return. His grandmother shared the encounter with Jesus, describing his kindness. Captivated by the moment, he wished to linger in this perfect scene, though he hadn't crossed the gates. Everything felt just right. Eventually, the angel signaled it was time to depart. Bid farewell to his family. He grasped the angel's hand, and they returned to the light. There, the angel delivered a message. You've glimpsed what awaits, and the choice is yours. Face your earthly problems and decide your fate. Heaven and hell await. Now go back and choose your path. Waking up on the beach with no recollection of how he arrived left him bewildered. Even after nearly a decade, the memory remained vivid. Initially brushing it off as a dream, he embarked on significant changes. Giving up alcohol, remarrying, attending church regularly, he consciously followed what he believed was the right path. After sharing this profound experience with friends, family, and the pastor, opinions varied. Some dismissed it as a mere dream, while the pastor emphasized the mysterious ways of the Lord. Surprisingly, despite fear of judgment, no one labeled him as crazy, and he received support from his community. Those who heard his story found solace, reassured that judgment wasn't imminent. Gratitude flowed for opening up about such a personal experience, and there was anticipation to hear others' thoughts. All were encouraged to share their opinions in the comments, fostering a sense of community and understanding. The sign-off wished everyone safety and blessings until the next exchange of thoughts and experiences.